Hey there, Aurelia here from withhisgifts.com. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. Today I have a new tutorial for you and we're going to create this gorgeous and super shabby card. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I'm using Recollections 65 and 110 pound white cardstock along with the Prima Dulce 6x6 paper pad. The card base is a piece of the 110 pound white cardstock and it is cut at 11 by 4 1/4 and scored at 5.5 inches. The first layer is a piece from the Dulce paper pad and that is cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 inches. The second layer is a piece of the 65 pound white cardstock and that is cut at 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. The third layer is a piece from the Dulce paper pad and that is cut at 4 7/8 by 3 5/8 inches. I have this little strip here from the Dulce paper pad that is cut at 4 7/8 by about 1/2 inch. The piece is being used to fill in the blank space at the bottom of this layer here, and you'll see when we get to that. I have these adorable cut aparts from the paper pad and a Doodlebug mini doily in lily white, because what kind of party is it without a doily anyway, right? I'm using a potpourri of gorgeous flowers for the front of my card. This pink flower and leaves are from Prima. I had them in my stash. These two white roses are from I Am Roses, also from my stash. These tiny yellow roses are from Recollections. This tiny flower and sprig are from little Birdie crafts, and they were actually a part of this bag here. Sorry for the glare, but you see right here, I just took it off the bag to use it on the front of my card. This adorable paper butterfly is also from Little Birdie Crafts. And this little spray was something that I had in my stash that I got from a swap, and I don't remember where exactly it came from, but we're using it today. I'll also be using some cheesecloth that I picked up from Michael's. This pom-pom trim from the Target's Dollar Spot. My art glitter glue, my Fabri-Tac glue, Stampin Dimensionals, bone folder, my gigantic scissors, my Tim Holtz paper distresser, and my hot glue gun. So I'm going to get started with all the papers from the Dulce paper pad, and I'm going to use my Tim Holtz paper distresser, and I'm just going to go around the edges like that, just to distress the edges, because we're going for that shabby look today. So there's the first piece after the distressing. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the rest of my pieces. Okay, and there you go. I went around all the sides of all these pieces of papers with the exception of this one. This one I just distressed the left and the right, not the top and the bottom. And you'll see why when we get to that point. So let's go ahead and grab the white cardstock. I'm going to start with the smaller piece here and the smaller piece of the Dulce paper. I am going to put that right on top of there after first putting some art glitter glue on here. I forgot I had these bottles. I had like a whole bunch of them, brand new, never opened, and they are a lifesaver. So here we go. We are going to center that over that layer and make sure that it's on there nice and good. Okay, and then I like to take my fingernail and just go around the edges just to make sure they're extra distressed. Now you can feel free when you're making this card to distress the edges till your heart's content. If I didn't distress enough for your liking, you know, go ahead and distress some more, but I just wanted a little bit. But I've been known to get heavy-handed too, but today's not that day. So anyways, next I'm going to grab the next piece of the Dulce. I'm going to flip these two over and put some glue. Okay, then make sure that it's facing the right way. You're going to center that on to your next layer, just like that. Make sure it's nice and adhered. Oops. Okay, now flip that over and we're going to put this whole thing on the front of our card base. So with this layer and the other Dulce, which was the first layer, I didn't put the glue all the way to the edge. I don't know if you noticed that, but because I don't want my edges to lay flat, I want them to have some movement. They are shabby and distressed. Hold on a second, I can't talk and do it at the same time. Okay, I'm going to pick this up, center, like so. Isn't that looking gorgeous already? Okay, this paper is gorgeous. So gorgeous. But I was saying I don't apply glue to the very edge of this layer because I want some movement. I want to be able to do this to those layers to further distress them as I see fit. Okay, just like that. So now I'm going to take a piece of the pom-pom trim and I am going to see about how much I need for the very bottom of my top layer and then cut it. I'm not measuring for this, so I'm just cutting, so it'll be the same measurement approximately of that layer. So just like that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Fabri-Tac glue. This is my go-to glue for gluing down ribbon and trim. I just feel that it grabs it better for me. Get that piece off so you can come out. So I'm just putting a little bead across the bottom. It doesn't take much. This will grab a hold of your trim. And then we're going to make sure that it's right at the bottom of this layer. Like so. Next I'm going to grab this little strip here and I'm going to put that down on the bottom here. This was after the fact. When I was done decorating my card, there was some blank space down here and I was trying to figure out what to put there. I tried pearls, I tried this, I tried that, and finally I came across this idea and it worked beautifully because it filled up that space and it looks gorgeous. So I'm going to put some art glitter glue on the back of this little strip and put it on the front of my card, butting it up right up against the top of my pom-pom trim on the bottom there. Just like that. And then I'm just going to give it the shabby edge treatment with my fingernail. Like that. There we go. Our canvas is ready for our lovely flowers. Next up is my doily. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right in the middle here. Not much, just a little to hold it in place. And then right about there is where I want it. Okay. And then the next step is some of this lovely cheesecloth. I'm going to go ahead and use my gigantic scissors and cut some of that off. So I'm kind of just playing with it because I want to kind of really get these edges all jagged. And then we will be putting that down right about there. And I am going to use my hot glue gun and just put a little bit of glue. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so we're going to put that right there and push it in carefully. Don't burn yourself. Next, we want to take the leaves and my pink flower. I'm going to take my hot glue gun, like so, and marry these two leaves like so. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thought you were upside down. You tried to fool me. Like that. Then, okay, so put some more glue on top of my leaves. And then we're going to get my flower right about there. Oh, get back here. Don't burn me. Okay. So now we'll hold it there. Then we'll put some glue down here, like so. And put our flower right about there. And we're going to press down like that. All right, next we're going to place these lovely white roses onto our canvas. I'm going to put one right down here, like so. Then another one on top, right about there. Okay. Next, our little lovely yellow flowers. I'm going to put one right underneath there. Tuck it in right about there. And right next to the white one on the bottom, like so. Tuck it in a little behind. And that's what we have so far. All right. I'm going to go ahead and grab my little sprig. I'm going to pull up my, we're going to tuck it in behind the flower up here. So what I'm going to do is pull up my little flower, and I'm going to tuck some of this hot glue gun behind it so that it can grab a hold of my sprig. And we want to bring that down some. Okay, so just like that. The next thing that we want to do is grab this little sprig that came from the bag. It came apart on me, so I'm going to put the flower, oh no, actually going to tuck this in over here. Like that. And then the tiniest of flowers will go right there. Now this tiny flower is a little bit different than the first one that I made because I have no more of those flowers, but it looks good all the same. Alrighty. Next thing that I want to do is grab my little bingo card, and we're going to tuck that in right behind my doily here. And I think that I need to cut some off on the bottom because I went a little bit too high with my glue here, but that is fine because it's gonna be tucked behind my doily and no one will ever know. There we go, that's better. So let's just get a little bit of glue on that and let's tuck it in. Just like that. All right. And then, I'm telling you, this is a super easy and lovely project. So here is our sentiment. It says, "You are some kind of wonderful." And I cut it out. It was a cut apart from the paper pad, and I want to tuck it in, but if I do that, we can't read it anymore. So what I ended up doing was just grabbing some paper, just a little bit, like so, and what I did was put a little bit of glue on it, and then I put this on it like so, and it doesn't need to be this long. It's a little bit exaggerated, but I will cut it off. So I'm trying to gauge about this much, because now I have enough to just go ahead and tuck that in right underneath there, just like that, and exposing all of the words, because "you are some kind of wonderful" is a lovely sentiment, and we want it to be read. So a little bit of glue behind there, and then let's go ahead and tuck that in. This card was super easy, and it is super gorgeous. So just like that, and then the final is our little butterfly. I'm going to go ahead and dab a little bit of hot glue on the back of that, and then we're going to plop it right here. And there you have it. Super duper easy, super duper quick, and super duper shabby-licious and gorgeous. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, please leave me a comment down below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you, and have a great day.